What's up, good people? Bernard Riley back up in here with some more of this Black Media Mayhem. You already see what's going on in the title and in the thumbnail. You already see what's happening here. Rapper Styles P of the Lots. You already know what to do. One of the most underrated groups. Jada Kiss. You know, I don't even got to get no setup to that. You know what it is. But Styles P already almost got himself taking out the game, so to speak, intervening on behalf of a black woman who was being arrested by the police. The film started where she was being taken down to the ground. You can't see what was going on before that, but one thing we do know that she was being taken down to the ground. Styles P came in, he intervened, he yelled at the police, and he told the sister, he actually gave her some good advice. He told her to loosen up, because the whole altercation and everything was going down. They was trying to put cuffs on her, and she was being real stiff and tight, like she was trying not to let them do it. And he just gave her the good advice: just loosen up. The police arresting you, you gotta let them arrest you. We gotta get out of that as black folks, thinking that you can't arrest me. I need to know exactly why. Yeah. If we built Wakanda today and had a 100% black police force, that 100% black police force in Wakanda would have to arrest criminals every now and then, if not all the time, like it is in major black cities. But we're not talking about that today. The fact of the matter is, people get arrested. That's how it's in a functioning civilized society. People get arrested. So yes, I'll get into that a little bit later on. Let's talk about Styles P and his intervention in the situation, and how black women, they always trot out the Malcolm X line about how the black woman is the least protected or most unprotected woman in America, the most unprotected group in America. You know the quote from Malcolm X. And when situations like this happen, they always say, well, this is what we're talking about. We need y'all to intervene. We need y'all to step up. We need y'all to fight on our behalf, fist in the air. Yeah. And even though Styles P, he intervened, he didn't do nothing over the top that could have got himself in some major trouble. He just intervened. He said some harsh words to the cop. He leaned in. He kind of cussed out the cop a little bit. When the cop stood up to basically try to walk him down or tell him to back up, he put his hands up. But he still kind of leaned. He was backing up, but he still kind of leaned in and said some things that probably needed to be said. He came in in the spirit of I'm just overseeing this situation, making sure don't nothing get out of hand. But something could have got out of hand. That cop could have easily just said that he was interfering with an investigation, or whatever words they want to use to try to come up with a reason to arrest somebody. And Styles P could have been arrested in that situation. And if Styles P would have resisted, then it would have been a whole situation where now we got Styles P in an MMA wrestling match with the police officers in the middle of the street, and potentially be adding to the list of unarmed black men who have been shot by the police. I break down the data on my live show all the time. It doesn't happen as much as we think. Internet goes viral. Things go viral on the internet, and it becomes sensationalized, and we think it happens more than what it really does. But black people make up 25% of police shootings, 13% of the population. I don't know exactly where that number should be. In the perfect world, it would be even 13, but they would have us believe that is 90% of police shootings are of black people, but it's really just 25%. So here's the deal. When it comes to this whole protection piece, and black women not being protected, I would argue, and I've argued a lot on my live show, that in many cases they are overprotected. And I know that's controversial to some, but in many cases, they are overprotected. When it comes to situations like that NYC bodega stabbing that happened, we can see what happened right there. It was a little dispute over some merchandise, or the price, or this or that, or blah, blah, blah. Something very, very small. Something small that could have been worked out. She was quoted as saying, "I'm going to go get my man to come and F you up." Those were her words. And the guy came in and walked behind the counter of the establishment. Walk behind the counter of establishment. There are black owned businesses. There are disputes sometimes with white people in black owned businesses. Haven't seen in recent history some white men with the goal to actually walk behind the counter of a black business and try to apprehend the black men. I'm talking about white civilians. You don't see that, but black men go and do that. They go put themselves in danger. So the whole idea of black women not being protected, they got protection. They got kamikaze protection. They got kamikaze protection, whether it's a situation like the one at the bodega in New York or just a situation between two black men that started with a black man and a black woman, and the black woman went and got another black man to go handle it and deal with it. Because, like I always say, they got goons on speed dial. And then the goons show up. The goon shows up, and it results in one of them being dead, one black man being dead, another black man being in jail, and a woman walking free to go probably do something similar later with another man, with another black man. The protection is on steroids at that point. And even when they try to argue, well, no, the protection is about the infrastructure and the systems that are in place. Okay, well, look at it. In major black cities, which at every level, sometimes it's a black governor, black mayor, black police chief, black a city council, black, the school board is black. It's black at every level with a greater than 50% black police force. We damn near got Wakanda in some of these cities, and it's being ran to the ground. It's being ran to the ground. So the whole protection thing and the whole lack of protection is like, no, it's the protection is there. The protection is there too often. It's too many situations. And quite often when they're saying they need to be protected, it's situations like the situation recently that went viral. These women completely tore up this establishment, went in there and tore up, caused, I think, like $25,000 worth of damage in this place. Now, if the store owners would have came out there, if the store owners or employees, and let's just say they were all men of different races, they would have came out there and started belly to back suplexing them chicks and got them arrested, the same discussion would have been had about where are the black men to protect these women and that. But look, like that's what black men have been saying. It's certain nonsense we ain't gonna be protecting. We ain't about to be saving y'all from yourself. That's what a lot of brothers are saying. And when a lot of black people put businesses in black communities, they deal with the same thing. That's why what should be our business class is making six figures working for white folks instead of building business in the black community because they don't want to deal with you Negroes either. Like that's what it is. And that's what be happening. So this whole thing, with Styles P, and I'm not knocking what he did, because he didn't come in, he didn't come in hot. He just came in, just basically he told the sister today, loosen up, let them go ahead and arrest you, loosen up. And then he got on the cop about, hey, you ain't had to slam her like that. But he backed up and like, hey, I'm not trying to, don't make nothing happen too harsh here, but he did get in the cop face and said some harsh things to him, but he didn't do anything too stupid to where he would have got himself in trouble. He just intervened a little bit to make sure it was all right, but you don't even know what happened. You don't even know what she did. You don't even know why they was arresting her. You don't even know none of that, but you're just diving in it. And that's a weird thing where it's like, listen, I said this once, I say it again. If there's an injustice, let's just say I walk out of my studio, I get arrested. I don't know why I'm being arrested, but I know I haven't done anything. I'm going to let them put the cuffs on me. I'm just going to get arrested. And if they're doing something wrong, I'm going to watch them break the laws. I'm going to watch it. They're breaking the laws on body camera. I'm watching it. And then I'm going to sue. I'm going to read up on whatever rights I need to make sure I know. You should know your rights anyway, but just read up on it and then sue. And then go in there and sue and get paid. Go in there like that's where the point that I'm making is you fight for your rights standing on your 2 feet as a man in the courtroom. You don't fight for your rights in an MMA wrestling match with the police in the middle of the street. That ain't where you fight for your rights. That's not being a thinking man. That's being an ignorant. I'm trying not to mess up the algorithm. I'm trying not to make YouTube block this video. But y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all know what I'm saying. I'm saying don't be ignorant. Don't go do ignorant stuff. The bodega situation, the Styles P intervening right there, and a countless number of other situations where black men intervene and get themselves killed, quite often on behalf of a woman who was in the wrong to begin with, but they're not protected. Those women who vandalized that store over I think a $20 dispute. Did those look like unprotected women? Like, come on. But that's all I got on this one. That's all I got on this one. Let me know y'all think in the comment section. Did I get it right, wrong, indifferent? What do you think? Like, comment, like, share, comment, subscribe. I said it backwards, but we know what it is. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get out of here. Peace.